Are we on the air?
We're back. This is Third Coast Radio. I'm your host, MacKenzie, the Kingmaker. I'm in the building with the cool kids. Dreon Santana, Kayla Renee, House of Mars, DJ Java's in the building. Hope y'all were listening earlier, man. Hope y'all got some of those jewels that were dropped by Camille King, attorney Camille King, giving a lot of you independent artists a lot of the game that you need on how to navigate this music industry if you are an artist or a producer. So, now we're going to segue. We got somebody in the studio that has an event that's coming up that caters the independent artists, and Third Coast has been honored to be one of the folks that have been helping to promote this show because we promote all things independent music. All right, so we got Delson Turner in the building. Yeah, we got Kenzie, and we got Mello. All right.
Mel just hit a 3-point shot from the corner.
Yeah. Mello.
He came in out the gym.
He don't miss. He don't miss. So, Delson, you're in here today to talk about Wik-IT Wknd, but we're going to get to Wik-IT Wknd in one second. Sure. You are an artist in your own right.
I am.
Actually. So, this is your first time being on Third Coast Radio. We've got music from you previously.
Yeah.
Just haven't had a chance to get you into the studio. So, tell the folks about yourself, where you're from, and what you have been doing musically for the past year or so.
Cool. Well, I appreciate y'all for bringing us out.
Absolutely.
So I'm an independent artist, engineer, producer. I record all my own stuff. Me and Kenzie actually have our own little project we're working on right now.
Okay.
I went to Hans, got my engineering degree, everything. Been working for a while now, getting my Pro Tools certification. So yeah, I do a lot of my stuff with shell ends and Fondren, so I've been working on a lot of stuff. Just released my first mixtape, Ascension mixtape. It's on YouTube right now, just YouTube. We're working on the first album, putting everything together right now, yes. And I'll be, engineering, producing the majority of the whole project.
So what do you prefer to do out of the two things? So you're doing engineering, you have the technical experience for that, but you're also an artist. So what would you prefer to do if you had your choice? I mean, of course you can do anything.
That's a great question. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I love to make music in general, so I love the production, so I love that whole side of things. I love engineering as well, just because you can really, create at the end of the other side of the music, the whole other side of the project. Writing is difficult for me right now. I'm going through a little bit of writer's block. She knows all about that. So yeah, I'm just doing a lot of, writing, trying to get past that. But my favorite, that's just a tough question because I love all of it.
Yeah, I mean, in the industry you can do several things, but there's some that there's something about that one thing that people like that they want to kind of just do more so than anything. One is less of a headache.
I would say the creative process. From production to songwriting, that whole side of thing. I love it. Engineering is just like you said. It's more like work than just getting creative and having fun.
Absolutely. So, Kenzie, you are an artist then too, correct?
Yeah.
So, y'all are working on this project together?
Yes.
So, kind of give us an idea, how did, you two collaborating come about, and, what kind of fusion, or if it's a fusion at all, I mean, what can people expect from y'all working together?
Yeah. We met in Atlanta. We went to a trip with JSU actually.
Yeah.
And we met there,
You went to Jackson State?
I did, yes sir.
You went to Jackson State as well?
I'm a student
Currently.
at Jackson.
Of course. The greatest
The best HBCU
that exists on the planet. Thumbs up once again. Yes. But anyway, I digress. Go ahead.
So we did meet in Atlanta. We were working on this project where we are now in a little waiting situation where we have 2 music videos coming out and also 2 songs, but I digress on that. But as far as our EP that we're working on right now, it's kind of a love story. So it starts off about how beautiful a relationship starts off at the beginning, and at the end it turns pretty sour. So
Is this from personal experience? Oh my God! So you gotta be ready. You gotta be ready to expect that when you come on Third Coast now.
You got deep.
Heard you. So I would say this one, no. My personal EP, yes. My personal EP, it's titled Chapter Closed. We're almost at the end of it. We're working. I mean, me and Delson, we put in work every day. We're on the phone every day, in the studio every week. We're we're pretty much working very, very hard. The project is coming soon, so be on the lookout once he get out of his little writer's block situation.
It happens.
But we're definitely working every day. We come up with something new. Just as far as Wik-IT Wknd, it was a spring of the moment, and then so now we're here, and our event is in 2 weeks.
So let's talk about that. She steered us right back.
Right.
Let
me drive the boat.
Yeah. So talk about Wik-IT Wknd. That's the big thing that's coming up. We definitely want to tell folks about that because it is something that independent artists can plug into.
Yeah.
So talk about what it is, and then we'll kind of talk about what the inspiration was for y'all to get up to where y'all are at right now.
Alright, dope. Okay, so Wik-IT Wknd is a business dedicated to generate a creative environment for various crowds to unite and have a great time under one roof. We are targeting artists, DJs, and producers to make each event become a reality. So once a month, we plan to actively express individuality by using different genres of music, and this is where we believe the utmost joy will be displayed, and we are specifically targeting all artists, producers, and musicians, specifically in Jackson, to bring out that pure, vibrant environment, and we want to make sure that we can keep positivity in the air, and we move away from the BS, basically. So that's why we took it to Fondren, so nobody would have to be worried about certain things.
Right.
So we want to make sure that everybody, they feel like they're in a positive environment, they catch a good vibe, we get really good food in, and we just network. That's the big thing. Like, we just want to network. This scene, me and Delson, we met each other in Atlanta. We were only there for 4 days, and he's like my brother now.
Are you from Atlanta?
No, I'm actually from Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
So
There them cowboys.
these boys, you know what I'm saying? So, we're really big on networking and making sure that we put ourselves in the utmost perspective, and we're in the right position to get where we want to be. I mean, nobody wants to just be some just level-headed artist. Like, we see ourselves going somewhere, so that's where we come in to put everybody together.
So how did the idea, come about? I mean, y'all were sitting around one day and, and it just popped in your head like we should do an event, because that doesn't always come in everybody's, thought process. If you're an artist, you're an engineer, most times you're really kind of concentrating on your own thing. So, how did that idea come about?
Delson called.
Yeah,
I think,
he
could
I'll
be,
take this one. So basically, I was kind of brainstorming with my buddy Raymond Young, and so going back and forth to Atlanta, making music, just working with a lot of people. They have a lot of beat battles and events like this, so there's a lot of networking going on. It's really just mainly based on networking, and being from here, I go to Atlanta to see that, and there's not too much like that down here, from the beat battle, just to network. And I know y'all put on your own events. And I applaud y'all for that, because I feel like there's a lot of artists, but there's just not anybody that's just...
It's not a platform for
Right,
it.
you see what I'm saying? And that's really what we're trying to do with Wik-IT Wknd. We want to make it a platform for our people and other people to get, exposure. And, maybe build up a fan base if we can continue, get enough people in the first time, have a second one, third one from then on. Yeah, but we started off, I just brainstorming one night with my buddy Raymond. And it just, I don't know how we got here, but we're here.
Just more from there.
Yeah.
So the logo, the worst. Now how does that come around? Is you just sit down one day and be like, oh, this is the worst. You know what?
It's pretty ironic. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, that's kind of what happened. We're just sitting around doing a lot of brainstorming. What would work with something, if you could say something after every single thing, every business you want to, right? If I wanted to make a radio station, this is the worst radio station. You could just end it like that. It's ironic. It may not sound great to some people. You feel what I'm saying? It's kind of cool, but it's like ironic with it. So it's like at the end of my mixtape, it's got a little dialogue from a movie somewhere that I sampled. It's just like, this is like the worst I ever, a whole bunch of stuff like that. So it's ironic. It's something cool that, we just kind of pulled from. We got a lot of new designs coming in for the fall and winter selection, so it's going to be dope.
Cool.
So is that a part of your brand, or is it King?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm the owner of the Worst. This is what's, is powered, Wik-IT Wknd is powered by the Worst.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So that's like the main sponsor, I guess you could say. So that's just, it started with the Worst. We're moving to Wik-IT Wknd, so we can just, Wik-IT Wknd is more of a whole bunch of events, bringing more people out. We'll have beat battles, this one is going to have a beat battle. Maybe the next one we're going to do just a whole bunch of artists come in, just local artists. Maybe we'll have a next one, you feel me, try to get a bigger artist and whatnot.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just see what happens with it.
And that was part of my question. How do you plan to grow the event? Are you changing the venues or just bringing in new artists? Or?
Yeah, that's a really good question too. Dueling Hall is a great spot in Fondren, I would say. But yeah, I want to keep it, hopefully based in Jackson, and obviously we need to have a safe environment for people because it's a public event, right?
Right.
Yeah, so we'll probably end up changing, from time to time, maybe switch up Dueling Hall to, y'all have it at Fondren Towers, I want to say. Yeah, so, what I'm saying, time to time we may switch it up. We definitely have plans for growth. Just looking up, sky's the limit.
Definitely.
You feel me?
So what has the process been like since this is you guys' first one that you're putting together? What is the process like? Like there's some like headaches, like I'm gonna bang my head against the door.
Yeah,
Like what has that been like?
It's been a lot of footwork, a lot of emailing just various people back and forth, just trying to figure things out, putting you gotta put that money up. So
Yeah.
a lot of that, a lot of footwork. It has been a lot of moments of just, stress. We had our opener had to pull out, with personal things, so we've been looking for new openers. As of right now, I don't think we're gonna have an opener. That's kind of like a news drop. I ain't really told nobody yet. So this is a
Oh, it's
announcement.
cool.
Well, yeah, everybody hears now. So without the opener, you still have the rest of the lineup.
Yeah, we
so
still have everything there, and we're having AJC will be hosting it,
Okay.
and the Envelope Pushers will be the headliner. I know everybody loves them. They're
Yes.
just
Oh, of
great,
course, absolutely.
diverse, great band.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then we're gonna have. I'm super excited about the beat battle. We have, as of right now, we got 10 to 12 locked in.
Cool.
We kind of we want to make it laid back. Obviously it's gonna be a grand prize, like a competition, but want to make it laid back, pass the aux type of situation. And like I said, they do that a lot in Atlanta. You know what I mean? So I'm stemming from that. Yeah, I just want to make it laid back. Everybody have fun with it. I don't want to be too heavy on the competition side, but there will be a grand prize and there will be a winner. You see what I'm saying? So
It sounds like a competition right there. Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. You gotta come with it. And we appreciate you, of course, reaching out to us to be a part of it. Unfortunately, we had this conflict with the kickback event because we definitely didn't want to, have to juggle two things. But one of the things that happens when you're putting events together is conflicts and venue changes and double booking and those things. So last minute stuff. So we got it worked out, but we definitely look forward to the opportunity to be a part of the next ones, and we'll be able to plan ahead and make sure that that doesn't happen. But if anybody wants to get involved with you guys, they want to reach out to you, or they might want to reach out to participate in next week's event.
Right.
What are the numbers and the emails that they can reach out to you?
Okay, cool. So on our Instagram page, it is WIKIT_WKND, which would be Wik-IT Wknd. And then we also have our email. I'm pulling that up right now. The email would be wikitweekendevents@gmail.com, which would be WIKITWKND_events@gmail.com. And you could DM us on Instagram, just hit our line.
So what's up? Give us your socials too, because you got work out there. So how can they get in touch with you?
My social is the Delson Turner, and that's on everything. So it'd be the Delson Turner on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all of that.
We definitely got to get you back in here, man. They got to get you on the kickback because we played the record. So we're gonna make that happen. We're doing what we can do to help to the independent scene to flourish in the entire state. So.